Hello, everyone. Welcome to. Oh my God, he threw me. Welcome to Midwich Elementary School. We also have Dredge. Sorry, it took a little bit of time, so we're getting right into the chase. But this is Calamity versus Valentines. I'm your host for today, Demi, and we have a fantastic matchup. I am going to be joined by Cinter. How you doing today?
Yeah, I am very great. I'm very excited to, be here with the very first match of the main stage, and we have an absolute banger here. As you said, Calamity versus Valentine's, two great teams. I'm just excited for some juicing. We've seen a lot of good results from Calamity recently, so I wonder if Valentine's can maybe, step up to that. And so far, we have a great start from Obi on the Dredge. Very standard circle here, pop eruption, floppy, some slowdown, everything you like to see. Erupt is already gone, but we have a very early down to start with it. Now we're going to be looking for some other survivors, maybe getting some tags early. We do find a generator, but nothing too far. Instant unhook coming through. And an instant FTP, very interesting to see.
That's a
That is,
very
wow.
curious choice.
I
I don't
mean,
like FTPing after that.
now we just have another tunnel out, no? And this might
It's
even be the basement? No, basement is on the opposite side of the map, probably.
Yeah, I don't like FTPing after that because of the fact that after the FTP happens, like, there's not a lot of issues or areas that he can run away to. And a lot of these instant unhooks coming through, but honestly, I don't. You're just gonna get more people that are getting out of here and, like, getting put back on hook a lot quicker.
Yeah, very interesting, especially with pop coming through. We have a lot of pop value already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely seeing a lot of value coming out there in pop, but another instant chase. And this is going to be on one of the healthy survivors. Oh, we'll get the killer instinct as well, and we'll be able to find Cope J. And looking around to see if we could get the hit off. Going to be finally putting down the Remnant and just waiting for it to get the tag. Fantastic Remnant play, knowing exactly where to place it. OB has been an absolute standout on Dredge, so I'm always excited to see whenever he gets to play. But we do see Eruption on this gen as well. And we get the Eruption proc. Unfortunately, a gen will pop, and we will get the stun create distance. We do have this God window, though. And opting not to play around it, we'll have another pallet, but again, giving a pallet sign, he's just gonna get zoned away. I don't
Like on these pallets, you have to give yourself the option to leave either to that God window, as you said, or maybe another room nearby. But on this room, there's not going to be anything in the next room over, so you have to play for that window. And it's sadly not happening, and we sadly find the other injured survivor again. They do at least have a God filler here, which they should be able to use and drop. Someone else drops it for them with Chemical Trap, giving them absolute maximum distance. I mean, it looks like a bit of a pub play, but it's actually really, really smart. I mean, again, an instant unhook. We're just going for the tunnel out. We're at 4 generators remaining, and we're on the tail of someone who is a Deathlook survivor right now. Almost get him already. But sadly, or not sadly, but not again.
Oh my gosh! The
Demi,
partner coming through.
The seed partner is still screaming on the ground.
Sorry, that's just too funny.
Damn it, I'm quite scared. We see a tunnel out, 4 generators remaining, which is... I mean...
Did you see that man around the corner too?
I definitely saw that man around the corner. Maybe waiting for another instant unhook, but sadly COMJ has already left the trials. That will not be possible.
Yeah, unfortunate. He's going to get another M1 tag here. Oh no, this is falling apart for the Valentines. Like, honestly, right now, the best result they can kind of hope for is like... I normally would want to hope for a 4K1, but honestly, I think it's a 4K2 is like their best result right now. And that's a scary, like, win con for your killer. Or to even just try to tie that, especially against Calamity survivors. But we'll see if they're able to pull it back. That is going to be, like, what I think is the best case scenario, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen time and time again recently, Dredge can be a very scary killer in the 3v1, especially with these perks. There's not too much the survivors can do at one point. Like once you get some injuries stacked up, you get pressure around the map. There's just a big snowball, almost like a nurse even, just because the map is so favorable for the Dredge. Instead, we are seeing just a quick chase in this very dangerous room instead of going around for tags that you kind of normally expect.
Well, They do have Sloppy on equipped as a perk, so can go for the option for the tag game. However, with this much pressure he's putting on all the gens, I don't really think he even needs to worry about like Sloppy Butcher whatsoever. I think you just focus on your tunnel outs and try to get them out as soon as possible, and try to check back up on these gens because he's doing a fantastic job with just pop eruption. I'm gonna be real, like. The gen pressure has been almost non-existent. We have already in chase with someone else, just gonna teleport back and get this another tunnel out. And we do see Ace over here, but we can assume now there's drop. Yes, indeed. Just gonna be going back after and making this a 2v1 is gonna be incredibly difficult. And if this ends up being a 4k4, I don't like Calamity's chances going into the next match. Because that really messes with your mental.
It is not going great, definitely. I think you meant Valentine's chances, but that's fine, yeah. No worries.
I mean, like, yeah. maybe it'll mess with Calamity's mental, who knows?
Maybe. They're egoing too hard enough.
And then they'll meme.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so far, I don't think I've ever seen this much value out of Pop before. I mean, recently we've really been seeing a massive, extinction of Pop, almost. Everyone choosing Eruption over Pop. But when they're both allowed and the combos allowed, it's still very strong, as we can see right now. And again, the massive Pop value, wow.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting combo. Plus also, I understand the reason why it's not as popular anymore because of the fact that there's so much. We do see another FTP play coming through onto Edward V1. And unfortunately, that's just gonna, I think Dingus is still on his first hook though, and Scroller, I don't believe has been hooked yet. I could be incorrect on that, but looking around, seeing if we could just get this chase. I do appreciate how Scroller's playing this. He's playing around the pallet, allowing him to get back to the God window, and he still hasn't taken a hit yet. Everything in the corner.
The crouch against Nightfall is not gonna work.
I think he needed to be standing up there. I'm not gonna lie, but I appreciate the attempt. We will get it. Ooh.
Oh, God. These chases are just not long enough to really get anything done. And yes, Scroller was, I also do believe, the fresh, so Obi is just choosing to ignore it because he knows freshes don't matter. I'm 4K'ing this anyways. It's only a matter of time. He does not want to let them pop any more gens. Just waiting for the remnant, sitting still. Try to kill it with your That's a very unlucky circumstance. And we're now back to this pallet, which has been nerfed significantly.
Oh yeah, this used to be so much stronger than what it is now.
It already was one of the weaker pallets. Oh, auto aim! Auto aim is stronger than the pallet, so we make it back to the window. Oh no! Edward being given a gift from the gods here, extending his chase as long as possible.
I thought it was done.
Yeah, now you can just leave the room. We can finally leave. Go for an option on this gen, and we might actually be seeing at least one or two more generators popping out of this nice chase.
He just chooses to end up leaving that and running back. And no, we find Dingus. Dingus is the one with FTP, so there's not going to be another FTP play after this. Unfortunately, the auto aim not coming through on that one. Obi learning from his lesson. Did not trust these pesky corners on mid-witch. And just going to be hanging and probably just going to be kicking this gen. Yep, just freezing. Oh no.
The last survivor was already in the room as well. We didn't see them.
Obi knows where everyone is. This is going to be incredibly difficult to come back from because he just is going to constantly be pressuring this. He knows that they have to pull at some point, but with how many instant pulls they've had, it's going to be incredibly difficult, and that's a very far remnant.
He was expecting to play for the window, but it didn't happen. It doesn't matter though, because we're just back to this pallet. Yeah, I mean, Obi realized that once you're in this room, you're just dead anyways, so he just has to make sure they're not able to go take the vault back to the slightly stronger room. And now we are in a 2v1. Both survivors locations are known. The generators don't look like they're popping. We're probably hitting the regression limit on every single generator, but it doesn't matter anymore because the game is pretty much over, especially if the survivors are running into Obi's face. That is very unlucky. And we teleport right on top of him. Very, very good job by Obi. Wow.
Obi's game sense is insane, but unfortunately, this is just going to be it. Yep, that is GG's. The only thing that they could do is, like, if Scroller were to have not been the one, he could have had some time to crawl away. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think Dingus gets out of here with a bleed out. Dredge's ability to move around the map is too strong. And also, getting the killer instinct from where the survivors are is always ridiculous. Just looking around, see if you can spot him out, found where Dingus is, and that's gonna be a 4K4. Man, that is a mental break getting put onto Valentine's serves. It's gonna be very tough to recover from this, but this is Calamity's killer choice. So, the next after Valentine's play killer as Dredge, they will have Unknown. So I wonder how they're going to be doing with that. Do you have any other thoughts on that, Sensor?
No, it's just a crazy result. 4K5 win con. That's just scary. I think Valentine's know it. This set's pretty much over. I really hope they can keep their mental up. As you said, Unknown, such an exciting set. I really want to see some, some good plays there from them. And I think that is still possible if they just try their hardest and don't get mental boomed. But I mean, only time can tell. And I think we will have to be right back after a short break where we will see what happens in the next set. We have returned with the 4K free win condition for the Valentine's Killer Dingus, and we see a build that is definitely, built around this. Devour, Hope, Ruin, Jolt, and we get an instant tag right off the bat. Ooh, what a great start. Heim not even taking distance. And he's comfortable playing these two pallets, I guess, because he just stood in the God Filler for... Oh. Oh no.
He makes it back to God Filter, though.
No, we have the Habibi ping!
Oh
Instant down next to basement for Dingus. I mean, this is a great start. This is what you need when you know you're playing for a difficult match right there. There is no running from the Arab ping, Demi.
Listen, I've played against, well, I guess there's Severance now. I've played against Severance way too often. I know how bad the Habibi ping is, but you're going to be chasing these survivors off this gen. It does have Ruin in effect, so these gens are going to be steadily regressing, but with Devour, it's really going to be kind of like hoping to God that you can get a lot of value from that. Unfortunately, with this chase, it could be a bad chase. Ooh. And unfortunately, getting outplayed by Rocket, the 1v1 champion, showing his stuff at...
Oh no.
Oh no.
Great 50s wins by Rocket there.
And he was too close to the basement to get a... He was too close to the basement to get a token for Devour.
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem on this map. You have the elevation, which doesn't matter for Devour. You're still too close. And we do get a bit of a nice tag here. If we get this instant chase in the garden... Oh, wait, we're running to nothing again. Fine, what are we running to? That's a hit. A bit of a focus, but not as bad as last time. We see all of the jolt value as well. Really nice. I think it's a really underrated perk on this map, to be honest. You're always going to hit multiple gens with it.
I like the choice for jolt because especially the reason that how you avoid jolt is a lot of survivors will hop into lockers, which is why we don't see it run as frequently. But with that being the case,
wait.
If you hop into a locker and you get pulled out of a locker, jolt won't proc.
Oh, like that, yeah, sorry. I thought you meant the survivor doing the gen hopping in the locker. That wouldn't make any sense, but yeah.
No.
We have at least popped one gen, which I believe got hit by jolt. So now Team Calamity only has to pop one more generator, which is, I mean, now the instant unhooks make sense because it doesn't matter anymore if the survivor dies, as long as you get that generator done.
And he has a God Feller to play around right here.
Yet. Are we gonna try to mind game it? No, from this side that is a little bit scary. You could just have the survivor leaving through the staircase. No lockers in this room to teleport to, so we have a bit of distance on the survivor. Double backed at a pretty opportune time, dropping it from the wrong side, but the generator pops. So that is already the win condition for Team Calamity. But I mean, we still have a tunnel out. 3 generators remaining. This could be a great result for Team Valentines. And this might just be what they need for that mental.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. It definitely seems like a very good result right now. Could get it down to a 4K1. Unfortunately, still having zero tokens on the Devour, so there's going to be one out of the way. But I think Devour could also be used kind of like as... it's just like an Undying.
Budget Undying right now, yeah.
It's 50-50.
It's Team Undying. Oh, that's not a hit. I mean, it shouldn't be, but with what we've seen today, I feel like...
no. And we see Calamity just knows how to play versus Dredge way too often. This is the set that they chose, so they're very confident in it. Marco, unfortunately, going down, but going back to check on these gens, needs to make sure no one's around. And just try to. You know what?
Finding the right
struggle
locker.
choosing the lockers as well. I don't blame this man. It's such a pain getting the correct locker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
where
this
did
might have
Marco
been
go?
tenacity on Marco. That does look pretty fast. I think it's tenacity. And now we have seen another survivor. Dingus is comfortable just picking up, knowing that that generator is not popping yet. He could actually still play for a 4K free here, because last match we also didn't see any gens popping after the first kill. And we find
There's
the
a
instant
survivor
survivor.
right
I would
there.
expect an instant unhook once again. It comes through onto Marco. And now we have, you know, a chase kind of near the progress gen. I'm not sure if any other generators have been progressed a lot, but
Oh
with
no, it's
Ruin
the
up,
death room.
we have gone to this room before. I'm not sure if that was Pedro or someone else, but I mean, it's unlucky. That's a quick down. No reset will probably be coming up to Marco in this short time. We have gone back to this generator actually. And Ding is gonna try to cut Rocket off from the unhook, which has worked successfully, and he's gone back into this room, pre-dropping the pallet, just trying to buy time for Edward to be unhooked, which happens, I mean, really quickly again. We're seeing such quick unhooks in these matches. I'm really surprised.
I really appreciate the patience he started showing towards that end of that. He really stopped them from forcing Rocket to actually take the time to vault and just kept inching towards him, holding that teleport in the remnant. He's I think like we're slowly watching him like kind of evolve. Oh no.
As you say that, we see a bit of
Hold
a...
up, hold
It's
up,
a
hold
mind
up,
game.
hold up.
We can call it a mind game if you stay there long enough.
I mean, it was an issue that he ran into before when he was like chasing them, is he would teleport a little too fast instead of waiting for it properly. And also, they've been playing these pallets fantastically, waiting for the remnant to come through, placing on the other side, forcing the vault. And fantastic game sense to realize they were just gonna dip out of the room. That's gonna be even more points being added on Rocket. That is all the fresh hooks out of the way. Now we're just looking. Oh, hello, Killer Instinct. Oh, the double reset.
Reset. So I think all the generators are going to be very low progress now. But I mean, you need this reset. It's so important against the Dredge. We're just going to get rid of all these locks. We see one survivor. Oh wait, that's both survivors. We saw one running down the hallway going for that unhook right there, but the other one has stayed.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
trying
I
to
don't think you really need to pay attention to that. We're starting to get our Devour stacks up, and now we're at 3 tokens already after that tunnel out.
Oh,
So
we are
very
at
strong.
3. Oh no.
And he has been kind of like abandoning the first chase just to let these Devour tokens stack up, which could be the kind of the gameplay. Is he going to get the hit here? Ooh,
Nice. And now they finally see how much that reset really paid off for them. That is very unlucky.
Yeah, the the
So
boon
much time
exposed.
spent. Yeah. I mean, it would reset again onto
Oh,
Pedro
wow.
as well. I mean, the option to stealth is decent, but if we're just leaving scratch marks everywhere, that's not going to work out. They try to
I
go for
mean-
an instant unhook again. Maybe while the other survivor is trying to find the totems, they can maybe, you know... I mean, they just have to recoup to get that extra generator done, because right now it looks like a 4K free. Especially if we don't leave the generator in time. I think we saw the pebble landing on the counter there. Oh no.
Calamity's just goofing around, and I absolutely love him for this. Tokens of the power. We just need one more, and then we will finally be able to Mori everyone. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here for all the Moris.
I mean, the endgame Mori isn't enough. I want
No.
a built-in Ebony Mori. I want to see Moris every death. And there it is, 5 stacks. No totem has been cleansed, and we could still get that. Oh no. I mean, I guess it's not a Mori this way.
Just
because
drop
it's
something, you can
into
Mori
hook.
it.
I mean,
Drop
there's
him.
a hook right there. Okay, they
Yes.
don't care. Yep.
Yes!
Both teams have realized the match has already been done, so we're just gonna play for the Mori instead. Thank you very much, Dingus. I think we can probably figure out a way to, you know, award some bonus points for that. I don't know, maybe.
And thus, we lost Rocket. Sacrifice because of the Mori. Oh no, no, both right here.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh, balanced landing coming through.
No, he's just gonna get that
Not
hit off the
particularly.
forehand. It's a medium ball. And now the triple Bori coming through.
Wow. 4K3 after a 4K4. I
So,
really wonder what's happened to Dredge recently that you can see these results coming up so often.
so what I'm gonna throw out here is this is also mid-witch. There's Hatch RNG. If he like Hatch opens up right next to him and be like the funniest thing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no Hatch nearby. We did hear him kind of like crying in the area. Oh no! Mistakes I make. I did hear him before when he was previously down in this area, but I guess not anymore. Trying to find the body. We do manage to find Hatch though. It's down a hallway, so yeah, definitely was getting nowhere near there. And no adrenaline, so unfortunately Marco is still on the ground. But we
Yeah.
have our 5th Mori available. Well, I guess our 3rd. I would have liked to see all 4, but I understand getting the tunnel out that early took priority. I understood the gameplay wise for it, but let's
Oh,
see.
we are just waiting in this locker, maybe turning up our volume real quick while we're sitting in the lockers.
We gotta hunt down the body somewhere. Marcos in some kind of corner. I'd imagine he's probably crawled into like one of the corners in the courtyard that we just didn't hear about. But
Yeah, it might be.
I mean,
I'm not actually sure what we're waiting for. If the survivor crawls like into
I
this
don't think-
locker,
I
do
don't
you
think
get
they would crawl
terror or
upstairs.
instinct maybe, or
I don't know. I think Dingus is just being his namesake, you know, trying to really live his best life.
Yeah. Maybe he's just bathing in the glory of the 4K3 against Calamity right now, which I can't blame him. I'd take that, even if they are running diversion. But
Listen, that was the strongest double in the game.
it was we're just ready to be sacrificed right in the middle of Midwich. It's
Yes,
beautiful,
that's my boy Marco.
as
He
you
knows
do it.
exactly where we need to be sacrificed. I forget that he just gets clubbed towards the end. Just like it's not even like he's trying to run away. He just gets like, nah, just take the like gets clubbed randomly. But a fantastic result coming through for Valentine's. Definitely would get their spirits back up into it. But that is going to be the set going towards Calamity. We will have the unknown set coming up with Valentine's on Killer first. And this is their choice set. So I'm very excited for it. So make sure you guys do not go anywhere. Wave League will be back shortly. All right, everyone, welcome back to Wave League Azure Edition. We have Valentine's on the Killer of the Unknown on the Wrecker's Yard versus Calamity Survivors. I'm your host for today, Demi. I'm joined by none other than Censor. How you doing today?
I'm doing very good, especially with a nice stun coming out before we've even started a chase yet. You always love to see it, and you also love to see. I don't know if I love to see it actually. This build from Dingus coming out, Devour Noed. I feel like on Unknown, your M2s, if you're really comfortable to pick this Unknown set, you should be playing for M2s a bit more. But I mean, I guess the Expose can definitely help you out. You see a nice chaser from behind coming out at the start. Totem already popped. Life has been used. And that was Devour gone in the first 20 seconds, so we won't be seeing any value like last time, sadly. Talking about totems, there are none. The totems are gone. We're now down to... I mean, we still have Corrupt, but for the rest of the game, we have basically no more perks, because Corrupt's gonna run out. No,
This is
it's
really
until the
rough.
end game. Zero perk Unknown is, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see now, especially when we're struggling to get this first injury just yet. We were playing it really patiently, but it runs out.
It's all coming down.
We get the M1, the Shack Gen has been stacked, so it pops quite early. Ooh, another beautiful dodge from Hein. And they're just doing a great job delaying this first down. They're going to be probably just playing Shack, not dropping it yet. Yeah, ooh, the linger effect from the UVX just gives a little bit of extra time. Oh, oh, we're TPing so far away.
Calamity just is choosing. You know what? We're just gonna do whatever we want to do. They're
No.
just playing for the funsies at this point. It feels like this is very rough, especially with that head-on coming through. And now I can imagine another gen probably popping shortly. This count is gone though, so this is gonna be an attack is going to get that tag quite quickly. But we do have a couple of remnants set up, and the teleport ability is back up. I would like to see another one coming around Shaq, or if we could get that, we do get Marco with that hit, the M2. But choosing to leave the chase, trying to find where Hein is, but Hein gets reset, unfortunately. All that time chasing him, and it ended up being for nothing. And if we do find this gen that's active, and also Pedro over here has a pallet to play around, but just going to be holding W for this one. I actually kind of prefer taking him away from this gen. It does have the second pallet. What does also get a remnant in the same area. We'll be losing that. What's the UVX thing? What's the technical term for it?
I don't know, let's just say infection. It's good enough. Yeah, Pedro doing an amazing job here, not only delaying chase, but taking it far away from that important generator on one, which is high progress. We're trying to stun, but we don't get it. Pedro sneaked behind the pallet when we didn't see him. Doesn't dodge the UVX here, sadly, but as we see, the other generator has been popped. Another reset has come through onto Marco. All of our pressure is once again gone, and we get UVX, but it doesn't matter yet. We have another tile. We need to hit another power hit. We're actually vaulting. Pretty interesting vault. I mean, right now... Oh, it ran out just before the hit! And now we're here for the hit tank. The hit tank isn't gonna work. If we get hit... Oh, the tree! The tree almost worked out!
Oh, no!
Pedro
Nothing is going Aegis's way! I feel so bad for being us right now.
And that doesn't hit. Another generator gone. We get a TP play here. Ooh,
But it's
I think that was life, but it
getting this
could still beat it down. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
we got it. The first down.
Yeah, incredibly difficult.
Oh,
No,
no,
it's
oh,
the flashlight saved too.
Oh no.
He's just showing everything that he can to stun. That is the first hook for 4 gens popping. Incredibly difficult. We do have Noah in the back pocket, so a little bit extra that we could play around. Going to be sending that long distance. We also see Hein getting rescued. But he is broken, so I'm assuming that's either going to be second wind in play.
Has to be second win. Definitely no deli allowed against a killer that got run for 4 gens, sadly.
Oh no.
Ooh, we're not choosing to play around this pallet, even though we have a teleport right there. Hein has already been reset. I mean, we have a slug here, but I wonder how much pressure we can really gain from it when... yeah, we don't really have a good chance where it's kind of on the left side of the map, but still not holdable at all.
I'm not gonna lie. Yep.
Yeah, I think it did almost come through. It actually does come through. Maybe even we're gonna live forever? No.
No.
We need to let the Pedro HC run away while we drop the pallet for him, and
But this does clear out all the pallets in this area, so now it's just going to be a M1 chase at the most part. There's only this pallet remaining in the back area. Unfortunately, just going to be eating up. It's going to be incredibly difficult for Rocket to get away and try to make it to a next pallet, because the distance just isn't there. Just going to be taking this towards edge map, realizes that dying in the comp corner is still unmatched. Not the comp Rocket.
yeah, I mean, you can use all the pallets, but you can never use the comp corner. Just go there anytime ahead. Wow. Last generator has been done. Doubled, maybe even tripled out of the way. And we have a door all the way on the other side of the map. We do have Noah, but I doubt much more than 4 stages will come from this. And we have Noah somewhat near the hook, so maybe just camping it out might be the best option, but Dingus is looking for at least one more fresh, because these freshes in the Wave League are very, very important.
Yeah, freshes are very important. And also, they might not know about Noah quite yet, because they can be assuming that there's an eruption in play, along with Ruin and the other Hex. They probably were assuming another one, because they didn't see any of the value from it. They probably the only one who would have seen is Ruin. But with that being done, that is going to show over where Noah is. And, oh no, it's coming!
It's possible not camping this hook plus Noah might actually result in fewer stages. Oh wow, that
Habibi ping.
disgusting hit. We see scratch marks going towards the other down survivor, trying to pick them up in time. It doesn't happen because it's actually injured Marco's trying to heal. I mean, we've just pre-left. We now at least get I think Pedro was still a fresh hook. I'm not entirely sure.
Pedro is the fresh hook, yes.
Yeah, we get some more points here. And oh, we're not hooking right there. We might just be trying to put this in a location where we just secure it. But I feel like we maybe could have interrupted the reset if we hooked right next to them in
Yeah, I
time.
agree with you on that one. I don't like. I understand
Yeah.
the reasoning for going deeper is like to make it harder for you to them to get out, but with you not having Noah in play anymore, I guess that it kind of makes sense. It's gonna be incredibly difficult. This will definitely at least be a 3 out, but if they can, they're probably gonna take some time to reset, get each other back up to full, and then move their way back in. I don't like how far he's moving away, especially with us not having a teleport in that area. But let's discover where the reset is. Oh, we have a teleport in that area. I lied. Just kidding. Ha ha. Situationally unaware.
Yeah, I mean, now we just see the survivors running towards the exit gate, but no, they're not actually taking the escape
It's
yet.
actually kind of
We've
far.
unhooked all the way on the opposite side of the map. I mean, if they're able to both escape this, that would be really, really surprising. I would expect the 2 other survivors to be resetting right now. Maybe we form a wall to block the unknown because you cannot volley block these UVXs that they go right through you.
Yeah,
And yeah, we
the
need the
UVXs will
2
go right
resets
through.
already. That is very quickly. I wonder what reset perk they have.
Well, Heinz the one going to be shadowing
Oh,
right now.
I was in a 1 right there.
Heinz over is fully healed, so he's just body blocking. And they're coming in now. They need to be coming in now for this reset. Otherwise, they're all going to die to the entity. And they need to get away. We do see Heinz also just quick vaulting.
Yeah.
And I think they
It
just
looks
left.
like they're just
Joker.
leaving.
No.
They realize they
Let them-
don't have the time to play for this super tricky body block where where you have to make it cross half the map.
And he's just going to try to play for Hatch, maybe? I think Hatch is a better play here. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Won't be able to make it anywhere, and that is going to be him dying to the end game collapse. A fantastic showing coming out from Dingus, but very rough style play. Oh, wait, we get the Mori,
Nice.
though! Let's go! We got it in time!
Absolute
Actually-
clutch play by Dingus getting the Mori.
I always love. I'm a big Mori enthusiast, especially in comp, because we used to never see them. I love that they're back in this season, and it makes me happier knowing that people are dying to these cool little animations. But what did you think about that game, Sensor?
I mean, this is just such a devastating performance. Calamity really just showing how to play these chases against the unknown, not giving. I don't think they got injured by UVX once. I think they just took the M once and dodged everything. It was really well played. Some awesome teamwork, some body blocks, instant resets. I mean, they played it incredibly safe, and it showed, giving a absolutely minimum result to Valentine's here. And this being on Valentine's set, I'm quite scared because you're going up against it's probably OB unknown, and you have to do whatever you can. I don't have anything else to say about it. Demi, I'm not sure. I'm
It's
just
definitely
excited.
gonna be really tough, especially I believe that was a 1K5. So we'll see how Calamity is going. I hope Obi pulls out some funny tricks and funny builds now, because he definitely has the opportunity to do that. And Calamity is well known, as we saw last game. If they're a little bit ahead, they're more than willing to do some trolling, and I'm all for it. So I hope that shows, and I can't wait. But don't worry, guys. We will be back shortly after a small commercial break.
Welcome back, everyone, to. I was gonna say the final trial of Valentine's versus Calamity, but it doesn't have to be because we've swapped over to a best of 3 instead of a best of 2 for the main stage of Wave League. But we are right here into the action. Obi on Killer, of course, seeing a bit of a similar build. Ruin, Devour, all of the fun stuff. We love to see it. And we have finally a quick injure, which is a bit of a contrast to last game, and I'm happy to see it. Demi, what about you?
Well, that UVX was definitely something that we can clip for later, and it's gonna but yeah, a lot quicker first hit, but we are going to be playing in this area. We have to set up, and oh no, cut out. The down coming so much faster. However, we are going to be looking around seeing if we can get rid. We do have almost the same exact build. The only difference is that we have eruption in the pocket instead of Noed. Now, the Woodcon being, what was it, a 1K5? I forgot to double check with our refs.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not gonna lie.
either 5 stages or 4 stages with at least 3 fresh. So That gives Obi kind of two options. You can either just tunnel this guy out and go for one last survivor once all the gens have been popped, or like in the end game pretty much. Or you can just go for freshes right off the bat, which is, I believe, what he would do with an aggressive approach, just going for all these chases.
Yeah, I
Maybe not. Wow.
but not gonna lie, I still think the funniest thing is seeing our killers just throw their, like, the last match score. Well, I think the funniest thing is just seeing a killer throw everything over and just throw their bodies through pallets, and then all of a sudden, no, nothing.
Yeah, we have already seen the first generator getting done, a totem gone as well. And another one, okay, so that is now all the perks gone except for eruption. Some sick place here. Coming out, do we reach another pallet? We do. Oh, and we're actually choosing to die on it. Maybe not. But that is quite a long time. He's waving, come here, come on, hit me. Obi not knowing what to do.
Oh, he's like, I'm not falling for this trap. Yes, this is the kind of play I love seeing. I love seeing someone just throwing their body straight through and just hoping to God that they're gonna get a hit and counting on it. Looking around, seeing if he can spot out the survivor that's probably stealthing around. He's assuming someone's stealthing nearby. This could give opportunity for someone to actually stealth into it. We do know Yoichi is in the area, and we also see Dwight.
The Dwight elf right here with sprinklers ready to help.
CJ?
I would assume we just playing so patiently on the pallet, and we get the stun and the pickup in time into the instant team partner. OP perk into the blind. And this is such a great chain of events from Calamity. Really well played. The patience on that pallet is insane. Oh, sorry, from Valentine's. Yeah.
Same mistake all the time. But absolutely fantastic play. Definitely delayed that, especially with him knowing that Yoichi was still in the area. Yoichi just straight up left, as we can tell he's in this area instead. We do see another gen popping. That's 3 gens pop, and he's just gonna be waiting. Notice he has this remnant inside of Shack. Be forcing him around, looking, seeing. He's going to. Oh no, this is Broken Bus. Not as much fun as what he's hoping for. But we'll be trying
the snipe doesn't come through.
And there goes C partner again.
This team partner came in just a little bit too late. We couldn't really stand as far as we needed to get the ult in time. But oh no.
Oh no.
Demi, I was not expecting this to, be so close, but
They're keeping
what is it, 5 stages is keeping it very competitive right now. We have decent progress on this gen. We have progress on one of the bottom gens as well. Obi not getting that hit. We have seen some great Pokos today already, but not right now. This is when Obi needs it most.
Yeah, he is hoping for this Pokos, and he's just throwing his body through. Honestly, I have the utmost respect for it. We also hear Edward V1 in the area. Actually, on top of the hill, gonna be dropping down, and we are gonna be breaking apart this shit. We know Yoichi's in this area as well, Cope J, and we're gonna see if we can get the. Will we get it? Shoot it! And yes.
Ooh, it does hit. Cobb J, yeah.
No, it did.
Yeah, it did hit. Yeah, Cobb J didn't choose to run around the tile again.
I don't think it's a bit harder to see. Oh, we do also get another hit as well. This could be Cobb J going down very quickly. It's going to be placing down another remnant, and could it be going? Oh no, the ball not coming through. Been praying for so long, but we get the snipe. Oh, it's okay.
That is some good eruption value, but we're actually just picking up immediately. Taking another fresh hook. There's these 2 generators. I think they're very high progress, close to popping even. This is a very, very scary situation for Obi right now. We need at least 2 more hooks on the fresh survivors if we need to get this set win. Waiting for Eruption to kick it. We are still hoping to hold all these generators in time.
And we see the rescue coming through. We're already back on the attack. Wants to go for another fresh hook, going after Dingus instead. Knows that Dingus is the flashlight user of the group, trying to get the hit. Unfortunately, and we'll be losing the UVX on his head, and we'll be taking this back towards Shaq. But we also noticed that the one nearby here disappeared. We also hear Edward V right on top of the hill. 3 times. Will we get a 4th? No, unfortunately, 3 was all he needed. Now he is disappearing and running away. And we're just setting out. Oh my god, I didn't even know Dwight was over there. I thought he was just sending that to just, like, hallelujah that or across the map, but instead, Dingus is in the air taking the chases and 99 sprint
Oh, 99 sprint.
and hitting this. Oh no! They turned on their exit lag, and now all of a sudden, all those hits that were hitting before were hitting. And frustration showing on Obi swinging through that window, and I feel like that was this could be a calamity loss. We could be going to our tiebreaker of the Dark Lord. And God, I hope so.
I would absolutely love that. I think we have already seen Obi on Dark Lord. But it's still such a new killer. Anything can happen on that set. But I don't remember. Is Dingus the fresh hook? Because a basement hook is going to be really, really hard to unhook him from. And letting Dingus die on hooker is not an option for Team Valentine. So they're going to have to really pull out the trick hook here.
It's also those doors are decently far away, and with the amount of teleports he has in the way, it's gonna be very easy for him to try to pick out where the survivors go. So it could try to play around like the rescue, but honestly, right now it's gonna be a 1k, the same result as last game, except that I believe that there's less push stages here.
No, last game was a 1k4, so this was just be a simple win, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so it would just straight up be a rent.
Yeah, and Valentine's, I mean, they know it. They're here. They're ready. They're ready to go. Do we see Balance landing on one of the survivors?
No,
Ooh, very nice body block. That will be
That's gonna
a
be
trade from Kobje, which, I mean, hooking Kobje here is also a win for Obi, so he's completely fine not waiting out, you know, the timing. Yeah, they needed to get the third survivor down there in the basement as well, which they couldn't get in time. It is just such a difficult thing to do, especially on auto haven, that little pallet standing in the way of entering the basement.
Yeah, another 1k5, but was that, I don't know how many fresh hooks.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much the same result for Obi. It doesn't matter if you hook Obj or camp out Dingus, and this will be another win for Calamity.
Oh, so that was actually a tie. It was a tie con.
Wait.
That was the tie con for it. They scored 1k5 last game, and that's 1k5 with 3 freshes this game as well.
But it was a 1k5 last game. I'm so sorry.
So, absolutely, that ended up becoming the tie con for them with that. So, we will be going, let me double check with our staff. I do believe that we will be going to the tiebreaker now because of that, since we don't end on tie games. But we'll be getting confirmation. But absolutely fantastic game. Like, Obi really struggling. Like, I swear to God, the entirety of Valentine's turned on their exit lag, and they started juicing this game. Like, they really showed what they could do in this one. A fantastic bounce back from what I thought was going to be an incredibly difficult win con to a tie con that they absolutely stunted on against Calamity, one of the top teams. And I do have confirmation. We are going to the tiebreaker center. We're going to see count.
Wait, not yet. We're not entirely sure. Wait. Because Calamity won the first set, technically they are still ahead after the best of 2.
I want it. I want it so bad. I want the Dark Lord. I want him to come out. And I'm getting too excited because now I'm getting conflicting information. Oh, no, we do have confirmation! We do have confirmation from our head of staff. It is going to the tiebreaker. We are seeing Count Dracula on the Wrecker's Yard for the tiebreaker between Valentine's and Calamity. So, guys, make sure you don't leave anything behind. We will be back shortly after a little bit of a break, and we are going to be super excited for the next match.
We have now officially started the final set, and we are here with Dark Lord, an amazing killer. I love to see him. Can be a bit confusing for pub players, but we all know what he does, and Obi especially knows what he does. We might be getting another early tag here with the Wolf Farm 120. Oh, Obi's ping is absolutely against him today, and then juke from CobJ coming through, delaying this first hit by quite a bit. We're actually changing into the Dracula form. Maybe we have better luck there, and we're actually just completely leaving Chase instead. We expect him to maybe double the Shack Gem, but that's not happening at all. I think you kind of have two different plans. You either try to stack it, or you try to get the first Chase to go into Shack, which is a pretty safe location for most killers on Record's Yard. And
Yeah,
so
you
far-
definitely. Those are the two options that you have. But against a team full of juices like this, it's gonna be incredibly difficult. But we do see that effect coming in. That is Dragon Script. That's gonna make sure that whoever touches Jen is now fully exposed for a little bit of time. We'll be trying to get his way all the way around. Gonna be teleporting through.
Oh,
And wait. Wait,
where
why
did we
we?
teleport to? I think we teleported to a Z-wall when we tried to teleport onto the crane to block it for the
Oh,
survivors. That's
it's-
very unlucky. But Demi, I am quite surprised to see Dragon Script, because Parkour has two means of entering survivors that are better than using them on. But I guess if you're kind of playing the budget spirit with that form, that's your best option with Dragon Script. So I can't see it. If Obi has that volume all the way turned up, he might just be playing like a spirit once Dragon Script's been popped. But sadly, it's already over, so we're just gonna have to play like a normal killer now. Corrupt is actually already running out. We're down to 3 perks, and the survivors already know about Dragon Script. They probably expect Eruption as well, because it's just such a good perk, and usually comboed with Dragon Script. And we see some insane juicing coming out from Scholar right here. Absolute. Ooh. Oh! I can't believe this.
He was robbed! We got him this time. We got him this time. We also see the eruption product that's coming through. First gen popping, I believe. Ooh, not
Another
Shack Gen
gen
though.
popped. That's gonna be a second generator popping. They're definitely
First one.
popping this in
Oh,
time.
yeah, they're
Yep,
popping that.
right
no
there.
doubt.
They're stacking it.
And with gameplay, he's able to try to scare them off and get that 7% chance of getting the skill check hopping off the gen, regressing it by 10%. But unfortunately, not going to happen. They're going to pop 2 gens for the first down, and a little bit of a distance being made. And with how the split side, he has to keep to this left side. I don't think he can really afford to go to the right side of the map. So Survivor's probably calling that out, that it might be a safer area. Taking the M1 there, unfortunately, Edward just getting caught out and gonna be breaking the shit, applying the Dragon's Grip, applying Eruption, coming back to Hook, and with that fast hook to Shack, an immediate teleportation. We can get this tunnel out very quickly. They do have this God Filler to play, just gonna drop it immediately, knows that they can't really, like, because Dark Lord's power is just too strong. We'll be looking him down, trying to listen for him, and we see the movements of the grass, the tried and true spirit play, and trying to go underneath the pallet.
Yeah, very nicely done. I mean, I would expect the sprinters nearby, but we find the Dwight Elf, sadly. Ooh, nice flick to land the M1. And I think Dingus also didn't expect that hit because he's not taking any distance with the injury he got. Oh, is Cobb J around as well? No, they're not. Oh no. This could be
These are
catastrophic after such a good start from Valentine's. There might be a double basement hook.
Oh no! And that's another gen popping. That's making it a lot easier for them. But
Oh,
opting
Obi's
not to
not
go for it.
injured. Yeah.
Once it cut off the reset, he knows someone was going to go for a reset onto Scroller. Unfortunately, getting caught out and charging that up. Oh, the mind game's coming through. Insanity coming from Obi. Now we are seeing
Oh, wow.
true peak Obi coming back. This is the man I'm used to watching, and we also see the scratch marks coming through. Now that they're in this area, and going to be teleporting back towards this unhook.
That is some insane, knowledge. He just realized that Last Survivor was doing this generator on 9, which I didn't even expect. I would have expected him to gone through the pickup long ago. But Obi found every survivor instantly. Now there's so much pressure onto everyone. Even though there's only 2 generators remaining, this could be a really good result for Obi. Now we're gonna see if we can maybe do something with the Hellfire here, or do we just go for a standard body block?
This is going to be incredibly difficult because the
Oh, no.
just gets some
Oh,
the
hit!
blocks.
And this is also a hit. Beautiful play by Obi.
Double survivors in basement. Since everyone's injured, they have to take time to reset this. Choosing not to put them in basement though, once they put them towards these active gens, I actually agree with this because this is very strong.
Well, it's 'cause the
Especially
survivor's already,
this is
it's already a
just
dead
getting back to
survivor.
the
Yeah.
campfire.
He's just hooking here to get way more pressure on this hook. He can go back to that basement hook survivor anytime he wants because he knows
Mm-hmm.
he'll probably go for a quick chase here, but you never
Oh!
know. A quick chase is never quick against the Valentine. Is what we have seen here these last trials. Ooh, that doesn't hit as well. I think we make another edge map palette now. Or maybe even just with pile on 10.
Just gonna play around this one. Yep, we
Off
do
us
hear the
to get
slide.
effective safety. Mm, no, down. And now I would expect the other drivers to be resetting a bit, getting back into the game. I don't know what's happening.
Yes!
I can't watch this.
Bro, listen, they're pouring their souls out and squeezing everything they can, but you just got to reset immediately. We'll be able to get it in time. And this is just going to be running back towards the area that Obi wants them to. He wants them back in this 3-gen, and now with balance, they're going to be creating a little bit of extra distance, going to be immediately checking back on this gen. We know Dings is in this area, going to be teleporting the pallet, trying to block it off. And now just spots out where Dingus is around this area, but trying to run away as best he can. And can he dodge again? Obi is going to be taking his time to get this person down and just waiting until he has him directly in front of his face. Now it just can put him back onto the basement hook, and these basement hooks are a terrible thing, but we do have the full resets coming through. These basement hooks keep getting everyone out now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think your mic is turning up a little bit static. I'm not sure if you're able to fix that or not, sadly, but yeah, I mean, we do have another basement hook, but this is only the fourth hook of the game, and all the survivors have been reset again. So I think right now we're in a situation where anything can go any way. Ooh, a quick injury might actually turn it back into Obi, especially because the unhook comes through, but we sadly probably will not get the body block. No, they are out just in time. Our favorite perk, Dramaturgy, again. I think we've seen it in every trial so far.
EBT partner.
The scene partner, yeah,
I
yeah.
wish it was drama. I love dramaturgy as a perk. I think it's one of the funniest perks to be added in. And I think it's a great perk. Like, it's just perfect for this type of game. And we are going to be hunting down the survivor in the crane building, be holding our Hellfire, waiting for him to drop. No,
Oh.
unfortunately, that is not falling for Eddie. Oh, okay. You know what? I didn't even hear him drop. I'm not going to lie.
I think he slow vaulted, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that is a quick second hook onto Dingus. Generate on free. It's getting pressured, and one more gen in the free gen, I hope. But we're not sure how much pressure we have. So we really just need a quick chaser, but the survivor is completely left. So we're just gonna try to proc eruption on this generator. No unhook coming through just yet. So we kind of do whatever we want now as Dracula.
They're currently pressuring opposite side generators, the one in deep 3, the other in deep 9. He needs to get over to the deep 9 gen. We do see, yep, try to teleport as fast as he can to get over there. Wants to apply the another eruption stack onto this gen. And we see this gen was at 99 almost. It was at least at 75 at some point in time, but now it's just fully regressed down to 25. Very difficult to see all that progress getting lost. Wants to go back to this gen, knows that they were heading back in this area because this is currently the first progress gen, but the survivors obviously know, and they try and run as best they can away. Cobb being caught out, and this is a terrible loop to be caught against Dracula, and especially since he's just going to body block and get the down. Oh,
Very
no.
nicely done. No reason to actually use the power there when you can just body block it, because the power is kind of like pyramid heads. There's always a chance survivor dodges in the correct way right at the end. Just going for the M1, definitely the correct play. And even though there is still 2 generators remaining, they're, I just said, completely opposite side of the map. So this is still a scary situation for Obi. He has to make sure none of these generators pop, because, I mean, it could turn into an endgame any moment now. Oh, the vault comes out right as we teleport to it. I don't think life's gonna matter unless we try to go for the M2. I mean, the survivor was completely zoned. I'm not sure why we didn't just go for the M1. It is definitely the safer option.
And now
And
he
now
has
it's
to drop
forced
the
to
chase and
leave
go
the
back
space.
to 9.
That survivor is gonna be right back on 9. Yeah, I mean, wow.
It has no progress though. Another gen, we heard it like 90% being fully regressed because no one was able to work on it in time. And now he has options that he has time to play around. not any other gens really being progress besides those two. And honestly, I kind of agree with it. We are seeing the resets coming through onto Kabje and Dingus. Only one who hasn't been reset so far is Edward, but he's about to hit the max amount of kicks on these gens. I think he only has about 3 more kicks on that gen that we just passed. I think he only has about 4 more kicks on the gen in the opposite corner.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't hate this full reset. They were playing quite aggressively at one point, which has given them a lot of extra stages on the Survivor side. And now they're just choosing to, I mean, they're just slowing down. We're reaching the max regressions, as you said. I definitely think with a slow approach, even though the map is getting a little bit more empty,
Oh no.
they should be able to pop these generators. Missed skill check is very, very unfortunate. This should be one of the healthy survivors at least doing the gen. Oh wow. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the 7th kick, and he realized if he kicks it now, he won't get that last eruption proc, and the eruption proc is maybe a little bit more important than getting the 5% from the dry kick.
Oh, and this is Edward, unfortunately,
Yeah,
not the one.
especially since it was the injured survivor right next to it, so the eruption proc right now could give a lot of pressure back to Obi. The M2 from Dracula is really not working out right now. We're actually leaving all the way to 3. I mean, if one survivor's on 9, that would have popped by now, or
So I actually
popping
agree
very,
with
very
you
soon.
because he doesn't have any eruption on any gen, so even if you were to get the down there, he's just gonna end up having the gen get popped in his face.
Ooh, we finally see the beautiful wolf form flicks, the budget Wesker, which is, I mean, that should be Obi's expertise.
The GM coming was not the one to fail math class. No, it's me indeed. Because I am terrible with angles, but Obi has an absolute mastery of them. We're gonna see the last, well, not the last gen, but the 4th gen popping, and the one that they've been working on for so long. But Dingus, we also saw near Kabje. We know Edwards in this area going to be popping this gen, going to be trying to die in the corner. We don't have any eruption put onto those. And now we see the rescue coming through to Kabje. He has to drop this and slug Edward. He cannot take time to hook this because I believe that other gen probably has a decent amount of progress. They are choosing to just leave the area. One's rotating for pick, and that's the one that Obi is trying to block out of this game.
Yeah, this is... Oh, this is actually the injured survivor going for the rotate. Might be a bit of a desperate call, but oh my god.
Did he dodge that?
These hell flames are... Obi is God's strongest soldier right now. Nothing is hitting. This is so unlucky. The pickup comes through, but I believe we finally get to go into a 2v1 now, if I remember correctly.
Yep, this should be Kabje's last hook. Surprised he took him all the way down into basement for that instead of using one of the hooks. It just takes a lot of extra time for that, but you know what? I don't question Obi. He's a fantastic killer. He knows a lot more about the game than I do, and we do manage to discover this is Edward. Yes, no. Oh, this is Dingus. I was getting the pants confused, I'm not gonna lie. But Dingus will be caught out, looking around, seeing if we can get the window. And unfortunately, Dingus playing this fantastically. Oh my god. Into the window! The ping hits are finally coming through after all last game. Not a single one hitting. That one hitting for sure. Obi has to feel happy about that one.
We just quickly checked the generator on 12. No one was working on that. We obviously still have some progress on this generator, but I wonder if that is from a survivor who's recently done it, and Obi is wondering the same thing, looking edge map here, going maybe all the way edge map to 12 even. And we don't find anyone just yet. We might... I would hope we try to see a reset now, because a 2v1 with 2 generators that aren't exactly 99 is such a scary situation to be in. We actually have progress on Shackton as well.
And eruption applied to every single gen, along with Dragon's Grip, which is a far more terrifying prospect. We do see the reset happening. More than likely that happened towards the bus side on the south side of the map. And looking around in this area, once it's checked, Obi thinks the same. Just take some time to break out these pallets and make sure that they have nothing that they can use. It's kind of disgusting that you get also like budget Zanshin tactics when you're in bad form.
He did see someone, but this hit first will delay the hit, and now we're back on this funny 4-lane. We've seen a lot of juking on this tile already. How long can we delay this hit? We need, I mean, we need kind of more than a minute for the last
Oh.
generator to pop, which is definitely possible in a chase. Using the third person perfectly. Just waiting for the survivor to come right into his arms. Now we block off the window, completely denying our survivor options, but they found another option, which is just sending it to 7 as far away as possible from the generator being worked on right now. And
Unfortunately,
ooh,
Dingus is just absolutely unmatched right now. He's been unleashed, and no one can stop this man. This man's just accepted that he's just gonna do everything he can to juice up, and doing a fantastic job for it. We do manage to spot out Edward. Edward with sing partner, gonna be screaming, falling, and it's gonna be dodging in midair. And those said aerial acrobatics were allowed in Dead by Daylight, so they took it away, and will be just vaulting into that window. Now Edward taking his time to juice up around Shaq. Not a lot being used available for him, though. And will unfortunately not be able to catch up with that one. Will be in the window opportunity. Out by the fake from Obi. Oh my god. I'm getting way too excited. These serves are doing a fantastic job, and it's showing.
trying everything in their power to not let this go to a 4K1, but finally the Hellfire gives us a little bit of lenience, which, I mean, I think that's totally fair to give Obi after all of these trials he's had so far. And I mean, now we even see the Survivor with Eruption crouching still. And I mean, this should just result in the final chase. One last... Oh, no scratch marks.
Dingus is just showing himself right here. Knows that this is the final form and wants to just
One
juice
last.
up the last bit.
Yeah, one last sprint burst juke of the wall form. No fault just yet. No fault again.
The patience on this man is absolutely insane. I've been loving the chases Dingus has been showing us. He's been going crazy. Unfortunately, Bloodlust kicking in, and he's going to be going down with that one. And that's going to be the 4K1. A very manageable result, though, coming out from Valentine Serves. They did a fantastic job. Looking what was a terrible spot. And, like, having the double in basement. So, reaching to pull back a 4K1. Easy for the this is able to match up with that. I'm excited for the next set. How about you, Censor?
Um, you were a little bit inaudible for some of that, but we can fix that later. That's okay. I mean, I'm also very excited. I think with a team as Valentine's, I'm really not sure if they've put the time in to really get someone really good on the Dark Lord, which is he's kind of a mixed match killer of other powers, but he is still very unique and very hard to master as a killer player. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen, and we will be right back to see that after just a couple of minutes.
All right, everyone, welcome back, and we have Dingus on the Dark Lord versus Calamity Survivors. It was a 4K1 to decide the last one. Now we will be seeing if Dingus can match that, or if Calamity Serves will be able to escape. We are going to get the first tag. I am Demi, your host for today, joined by Censor. Censor, we've both been excited for this. Are you ready?
There has been a lot of speculation. I am so ready. We see life, but we're living to the edge of the map. That is quite an interesting decision. Will result in a very quick down for Dingus, really helping him in his quite difficult challenge of 4K2ing, which I believe is required for Valentine's to still have a chance of winning against Calamity. We were just having a hefty discussion about what would happen, but if Valentine's managed to win this set and this trial, then I think we would have to actually replay the tiebreaker because we would be in an overall tie.
Well, according to what the rule set shows, is that it would go to the overall
I
points.
mean, yeah, the overall points, yeah,
But
sorry.
if it's a 4K2, there was an issue earlier in the game, and this is the reason why it was 31 to 32. Was there was a penalty implied by Calamity making it a 4K. If they were to get a 4K2 here, would make it incredibly more difficult because they can't have a tied game because it would go to overall points, and so they would have if they do a 4K2, they end up getting more points. So that penalty actually would end up affecting them in this game. Trying to look in, knows the survivors in there from the eruption orange value. They're just choosing not to go in. Just wants to scare them away. And now we'll just be looking around for the Nancy who's in there. Oh no, not the sun in that form. That's so rude. Can't even see it coming.
That is quite rude, not giving the bat. I mean, I think that would kill a bat, no? Like a heavy power on his face. Oh, we're choosing to stick the generator. I mean, that's a great decision because Dingus actually is running top goes the Weasel, so that would have given him so much value, but now instead we're giving him one extra tag, which is, I mean, one tag over one generator. That's quite a good trait, I would say, for Team Calamity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one tag for the gen, but that is going to be a wasted pop. Eruption also being applied, so a little bit different perk coming through. Choosing not to go through with to Dragon's Grip and mirror the same one, but this could be Marco coming in and dying on. He's not been able to get off this hook. We do see both survivors here, but oh no!
Oh, we hit no one!
With the missed emblem, that is going to make this entirely free for these survivors. Just going to be trying to tunnel out. Marco holding up his power, puts it down at the wrong time. Unfortunately, unable to use power.
I wonder if he would have been able to hit that over the pallet. I'm not sure if the 10 seconds would have been over yet. Oh, we drop it from the other side. A bit of a mind game coming out there from Marco.
Actually, that was beautiful coming through from Marco.
Ooh, we're not even playing this short side, just dying on it. Oh, did we get the vacuum?
I hear. Oh, it was so close.
The tunnel out. 4 generators remaining. The 4K2 win condition is looking brighter than ever right now. Especially since, I mean, this generator had some progress. We're not even waiting for Eruption, just kicking it immediately, getting it back to 0 after a dry kick. You see here, highly progress generator though, and we're not even choosing to kick it. Trying to get this quick tag, which does not happen. A nice juke from Obi as a generator up on that top.
Did you see it? Wasn't there another survivor in this area as well? Or is I I thought I saw 2. The Nancy,
I mean, my eyes aren't the best, but I don't think I saw another survivor.
I could be wrong on this one. I could just be saying things. It's been a long.
I mean, no. They stack the generator on free and then they reset.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So we also see the reset coming through. Now, just gonna be already hitting like almost max kicks on that gem because of the whatchamacallit, eruption. Sorry, I was wording for a little bit and it was failing, but obviously Rocket wanting the smoke, trying to chase in, but getting put into there. Honestly, I don't think he would have escaped too much further, but trying to take the chases away from where this 4-gen is on the bottom side. He's trying to keep it, and I have the utmost respect for it, and we do see Obi as well, but not a lot to work with here.
Oh no. Okay, I was almost scared for an edge map instant right there. But of course we finally get a hit after Obi was zoned right away. And I mean, we make something, but how much do we really make when we're at a double fault towel? We don't get a juke again. We see Eruption popping, and 2 healthy survivors again. So we're trying to reset, trying to really give this all we've got. We're not playing aggressive to pop 1 more generator because we need 2 more generators to pop for Team Calamity.
Yeah, he's trying to bring them in as deeply as he can. So, looking at it now, we need to find out where the survivor is. There's Hein in this area, unfortunately getting caught out. The scratch marks leading up to him. We do see an instant pull onto Obi, but we want to go back. We want to try to take his attention back from this gen, but he knows better. We'll be using Pop to get that value. And because we saw that vault notification, we're going to be right back. I think this is going to be Obi in this area. Unfortunately, no, it is indeed Rocket. Rocket going to be trying to lead him away as best he can. And Dingus just doesn't want to pay attention. Giving Rocket any kind of attention that he wants.
I mean, these chases have been so amazing. I feel like we can kind of chase whatever you want. Ooh, I thought he was almost going to get the body block there, even though Obi got the crouch in time.
That's what I thought, but a fantastic hell strike.
I mean, these chases are just not lasting long enough. This is amazing performance by Dingus on such a new killer, the Dracula. Yeah, and again, we're going back to this deep hook in 9, right in between all of the generators. Wow.
Yeah. Using agitation, but what's surprising about it is now, because of that, is that we're getting this, and then we're absolutely seeing them use, like, these lesser-known killers, and this is Calamity's choice. Calamity chose the tiebreaker at the end of the day. So a lot of options like that they had to choose from, or well, had to ban away from, and they ended up choosing for this one. Now we'll have Rocket in this area as well, trying to take Chase once more, make himself as enticing as possible without being a little too open about it. But gonna be caught out in front? No, unfortunately taken away. We'll see if we're able to get the hit off onto Rocket, but Hein has to go in for the rescue like right now. But the issue is it's too easy for this Dracula to get between these. The RNG is not in Calamity's favor.
The M2 misses, but I don't think it would matter. You get the trade scenario either way. Yeah, we will take the trade. Another eruption onto the generator. Did they call it in time? Oh, we're not waiting to see the aura, so I'm not 100% sure. We're choosing to a slightly different hook. Oh, a very different hook actually, because this generator is also 99. I would have thought they were maybe doing Shack generator, but Dingus, amazing read, stops this generator from popping just in time with agitation. And I would expect him to wait for eruption here before popping this generator. Absolutely. That is so much progress lost. Really just showing that Pop is probably the better option over Dragon's Grip in this set there.
I definitely agree with you on that one. They've been losing so much progress because of Pop, and this is just going to be caught out. No, dodged! Oh my god. Hein pulling out the Fang Jukes.
Hein makes it to the tower. I mean, this is a scenario where both teams can really pull it either way. I feel like this generator is really close to popping. After that, they only need one more generator, so unless Dingus is able to get the survivor out of the trial ASAP. Oh god, we get another down. Instantly, 2 injured survivors. This is probably really turning into a 4K2, maybe even 4K3 if we get to the generators in time for Dingus. Because that is the 2v1 scenario. And we've actually started working on another generator when I feel like... Oh my god.
I actually understand why they didn't go back to that generator. You gotta think, that generator didn't get worked on. It got popped, it got eruption, like, that generator got basically reset like 20%.
Yeah.
After that point in time. You might as well start a new gen, and that's what they were trying to do to keep the distance away. But now, it's just gonna be, it could be a hatch game if Rocket decides just to kill himself on hook. But obviously, Dracula has the ability to get to Shack almost immediately with his teleports, just going around, ensuring that no other gen pops. But absolutely a standout play coming through from Dingus, really capitalizing on what he can. And because we had to go to this, if they win this set, it's going to be incredibly dangerous. And that's going to be sacrificed. It's going to have to be Dortek, and he has to pray that he has... No!
No. That will not be working, just barely, and we see probably another endgame Mori from Dingus. He has been very consistent in those.
So, I think Dingus now has the record for most Moris in Wave League in one game.
So, yeah, I would hope that. I think so.
You know what? I'm not bad at it, though. I love seeing all the extra Moris, bring them on, but a fantastic result coming through from Valentine's. And taking the set win, and with it, the overall match, I believe. I will be getting confirmation just to double check. I'm not gonna lie, guys, our rules are kind of like split decisions on this one, so we will get confirmation from everyone involved, and once we know, we will let you guys know officially. But I believe that is going to be the Valentine's win for now. Any thoughts on this match, Center?
This is so incredibly this is surprising. I mean, the 4K3 and such a new killer against Calamity, who have recently been showing how extremely good they can be, almost taking a win in, DVD League. But the Dingus Dark Lord, I mean, they kept dying and chase instantly. It was really no match. I'm just still really surprised. I don't have much else to say about it.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So I did get confirmation from our staff. It is going to be the Valentine's victory. And it's all because, well, it's not even because of that penalty from earlier. Like, it was just Dingus playing like an absolute legend and playing the Dark Lord to a fantastic degree. I love seeing these more obscure killer picks coming out And especially seeing a killer like the Dark Lord, who has been fairly known for being fairly strong, but not too crazy because he's just a little too new and people aren't sure how to counter him quite yet. So honestly, I'm super excited to see all this. And Valentine's will be moving up the bracket. For those that want to know, you can hit the exclamation mark bracket to see our challenge. And we will have another set coming up, or another match coming up shortly. I believe that will be. That is going to be Oracle versus Eclipse, and that's going to be coming in just a few minutes. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere. The Dead by Daylight content will be continuing.